In her role with the DCC's Economic Development Team, Sophie Barker helps businesses in the visitor sector and helps the council improve the city's visitor experience. Sophie recently got a lesson in that experience far from Dunedin when she spent July in Russia. She joins us with that experience tonight. Good evening.
Good evening.
Tell us about your trip. Where did you go?
I was lucky enough to go to Moscow and St. Petersburg, and then we took a cruise back from St. Petersburg through to Moscow. So we saw quite a lot of the countryside by plane, by train, by boat. So quite a good experience.
What were some of the most interesting experiences?
I think my perception of Russia had been, I'd seen a lot of spy movies and read a lot of spy novels, so I was thinking that it would be quite grey, and I think I was quite blown away by getting there, by the colour and the excitement and the buildings and just the overwhelming magnificence of it.
Now, you visited everything from farmers markets to museums. What were your thoughts from a tourism perspective?
It was quite interesting going there. They had a lot of great products, so we saw a lot of interesting, a lot of fantastic artworks. St. Petersburg was certainly very set for the tourists. They got cruise ships in every day, so there were lots of cruise ships parked there, lots and lots of people. So they were well set up for that. And then when we went to Moscow, they were more a business centre, I guess, so they weren't so set up for visitors, so that was a little bit more overwhelming. But it was certainly interesting just seeing that it was like $1 to catch the metro places, but it was quite oppressive, I think was the word. You know, they weren't friendly. It was the big difference. And when we came back to New Zealand, that was a great thing about just the friendly faces. I
understand you also came across some of the local wildlife?
Yes, I just about put my neck out doing a double take. We were walking along the Neva, crossing the bridge in the middle of St. Petersburg, and then I saw a bear running towards the water. So this was quite freaky. And we sort of chased it down and looked at what it was doing, and it was swimming in the Neva River. And then they brought it back up, and they had things of strawberry milk, and they were putting strawberry milk into babies' bottles, and you could pay to have your photograph taken with the bear while it drank the strawberry milk. It's a bit of a shocker coming from New Zealand, where we treat animals with a lot of respect, to see something like that going on.
What were the lessons to be learned for Dunedin, do you think?
I think we actually do really well with our visitor experience. I think that there was certainly huge amounts of shop opportunities, as I call them, was everybody was trying to sell you something. So that was a thing that they did well at. I also think just signage and wayfinding. I think for us it's very easy to assume that visitors know how to get around places, but St. Petersburg did really well at that, and Moscow was a bit more challenging. We were constantly lost looking for how to find entries into and buy tickets and entries into places as well. Plus, I think we could also add a little bit more fun and evening activities. You know, in Dunedin there isn't that much to do in the evening, but in Moscow and St. Petersburg there was ballets and operas and lots of fun people dressed up as well.
What are the things that make or break a visit to another country?
It is boring infrastructure stuff quite often. I think for me, the whole visa experience was excruciating getting into Russia. So it was the whole government thing. We got our visas half an hour before our plane was due to leave. And I think it's stuff like toilets and signage and training of staff, all that stuff that happens behind that sets you in the mood for a holiday.
Taking all of that into account, what do you think Dunedin can do better?
I think the providing of the shop opportunities, as I say, is for us as a city, it's about the economic benefits. I think if we do better in those kind of things, then we can certainly get more benefit from our visitors.
Business Development Advisor for the DCC, Sophie Barker, thanks very much for your time.
Thank you.